Hello, Emerge Wrestling fans, and welcome to the card rundown of Emerge 64 After the Fall. John Gates, A.W. Lurch, Commissioner Chris Lowe, and gentlemen, we have got a stacked card to get to. But before we get to that, we have a very, very special guest joining us here through a phone call. Big Beef has joined the show. Beef, how are you?
Oh, wonderful, man. And sorry if the reception's not too good. Here in the Champions Trailer Park, we got one power line, and they try to feed a phone line through that, and every now and again it blows our power out. So if the signal's bad, that's Beef's bad.
No worries at all, Beef. We're, just as happy that you are on the show here today because we do have a lot we want to discuss with you. I mean, frankly, you are not only just ingratiating yourself incredibly well with the Emerge fans. I mean, you are becoming the biggest fan favorite we have here, and it's no surprise why that's the case. But Big Beef, you are coming off of a huge victory over Cole Radrick. I mean, that's got to feel amazing.
I mean, yeah, to get a victory over any competitor is amazing, but somebody of Cole Radrick's caliber, it makes the Beaster feel good. Hard-fought victory over Jeremy Hadley the show before that. Got the momentum rolling and got the fandom behind me. Got the faithful from Emerge. Screaming my name, make me feel like $1 million. Yeah.
They were giving me a headache.
Victory over Cole. That's a big deal to me.
Giving Lurch a headache, but like I said, it's no surprise that they love you so much. The explosion that you bring to the ring, the charisma that you bring to the ring, Big Beef, and you're going to have the opportunity to show them once again here at Emerge 64 After the Fall when you go after Cole Radrick one more time. But something I wanted to discuss as well, and we'll get to it later on in the show, gentlemen, is Cole, after that loss, it's something I've never seen before, and he's over there picking fights with kids. That's what you've done to him, Beef. I mean, how does that change your mindset going in to this rematch, to Beef and Cole 2?
I mean, I think I got in Cole's head. Cole he's got the hot hand right now. He's all over the place. He's been in different countries all in the same month. Beaster hasn't. I've been working on the docks, breaking my back here at home, not getting exactly sharp in my craft the way he's been. So I think beating him after all that stuck something up his craw, and it's rubbing him raw. And I saw he was trying to fight kids, and I don't really appreciate that. We got to take care of the young ones. So I mean, I'm focused. I'm ready. Just know, Cole, you ain't fighting a little kid. You're fighting a Big Beef.
That's entirely true. A big old Beef. Yeah, he's definitely got a point. But Beef, I mean, and not to overlook any match, because I know a competitor of your caliber is not going to overlook any opponent. But you talk about being focused. You talk about wanting to make an impact here in Emerge. I mean, your first match, we saw that clear as day when you went after Paragon for the Outbreak Championship. Just falling short, I'm assuming, especially a victory as big as Cole Radrick. And we'll see Emerge 64 as well if that can come to fruition once again. But, I mean, what's in the sights for Big Beef? Is it championship gold?
Well, anywhere I go, I always stay humble and I work hard. And I try to ascend to the top. I never asked for a championship opportunity, but I'm in this business for one reason, and that's to be the best. And what comes with being the best is winning championships. So yes, I've got my eye on gold, and Emerge seems like a perfect place to win some. And I'm looking at all the champions there. I'm not going to be shy about it. I'm coming for whoever's in my way, and if it's got to be Cole Radrick first, I'm coming for him. I want gold, and I want it around my waist, and I might even take a bite out of that championship. Who knows? Yeah, I got it in my sights.
Well, I hope he's not doing that.
Well, I hope not, but I will tell you, with quality victories over competitors like Jeremy Hadley, like Cole Radrick, 3 in a row would be awful hard to ignore as far as granting title opportunities.
That's big words, Beef. You heard it first from the Commissioner.
And speaking of hard to ignore, can you ask the Columbus fans to quit saying beef every time you come out? I mean, that has given me the biggest headache on the way home.
I recognize that voice. Is that Lurch?
Yes, of course it's A.W. Lurch.
Unfortunately, yeah.
A.W. I'd rather have an A&W burger than listen to that stupid voice. But Lurch, you know what I'm going to do next time I come to that curtain?
What?
I'm going to try to make them scream Lurch. And you know what you're going to hear? Crickets. You know why? Because it's all about the beef, baby. It's all about the beef.
It's all about the beef, and we'll find out just how primo that beef is. Emerge 64 after the fall when we see Big Beef go up against Cole Radrick for the second time.
Who is ready for the best, hard-hitting, high-flying, fast-paced action? This is Emerge Wrestling.
And welcome back, Emerge Wrestling fans, from our wonderful conversation with Big Beef himself. Once again, John Gates here. As always, I am with A.W. Lurch and Commissioner Chris Lowe, and we're finally going to be bringing you the whole card rundown for Emerge 64 after the fall, November 26th at the Bartholomew County Fairgrounds here in Columbus, Indiana. Now, gentlemen, we had Big Beef on here tonight to not only talk about his upcoming match, to not only discuss what happened at Mayhem on Main Street, but as well, you're going to see exactly what happened at Mayhem on Main Street, because after this live stream, we're going to be showing that for free, the best deal you could ever get, when we see Cole Radrick against Big Beef in Hope, Indiana. But gentlemen, what a card we have to talk about here tonight. Commish, I always give you props for it, and once again, coming through with this card here. So
I will even call this card stacked.
Stacked, I think that's what the kids would say. But certainly, you'll be able to enjoy 8 wonderful matches, starting off the match, of course, with our Facebook Live match, which is sponsored by our good friends over at the Columbus Supplement Store, as well as Test RX. Go check them out, certainly. But you'll see why this is sponsored by the Supplement Store when we see Lobo Akami versus the returning Percy Davis. Gentlemen, it's going to be a great match.
Great, and it's been a while since we've seen Percy. I expect quite the reaction when he returns.
Quite the reaction for a guy who is essentially a day one here at Emerge. Not officially, but his debut here was Emerge 2.
It was 2, wasn't it?
Dethrone. Yeah. Talk about a throwback 2015. And Percy has seen success himself here. Of course, a part of that wonderful tag team with Freddie Hudson in Snack Attack. Reigned for 245 days, Lurch. Percy is going to be wanting to get that success again here tonight.
Oh man, all I can think about is that limo ride we had, me and Percy, all through town. That was great.
That's what you remember.
Vaguely.
Vaguely, but if there's one thing Percy's going to have to remember, because let's be honest, gentlemen, I mean, Percy hasn't been at Emerge in a while. The game has changed so much since we last saw him in 2019, I believe. And in changing is a competitor like Lobo Akami. I mean, an incredible talent himself, a huge man who doesn't move like a huge man should. This is a guy who, he's going to be coming in here, wanting to get that victory, because his first match here at Emerge was that triple threat that he lost. But let's be honest, too, as well, Lurch. He lost to a guy in Big Mike D, who is just coming off of a championship match opportunity with Justin Kyle, and Chet Ripley, who's coming off a win against Jeremy Hadley. I mean, those things have to be in consideration for something like this, right?
Sure, and Lobo Akami, like you said, can move across the ring. I think he's definitely got the upper hand. He's definitely got the strength advantage going against my man, Percy Davis. But, I mean, I'm at a loss. It's a toss-up for me right now.
It is, and I agree with that. I
agree with Lurch. The agility on this man is amazing.
I think it's a toss-up as well. Of course, you'll be able to see that on Facebook Live at Emerge Wrestling. Definitely give us a like if you haven't already. Give this live stream a like as well. But gentlemen, starting off the night proper, couldn't do it any better than with championship gold on the line. We're going to be seeing the No Limit Demons, Matt Diesel, Nakeem Event, going up against Custom Made. Gentlemen, this match is sponsored by World Finance because, of course, it's Morty, so why wouldn't it be sponsored by our good friends over at World Finance? But you were excited to see them back in Mayhem on Main Street.
When am I not excited to see Custom Made? I mean, are you kidding me? And Mortimer Blankenship, by the way, you still owe me a little bit of money from our last few games of golf, but we don't have to. Well, I don't have to get into that right now. But Eric Draven, Roger Malcolm, Custom Made, I tell you what, they're going to take those gold belts right back and put them where they belong.
And Lurch isn't the only one happy to see them back. I mean, they're happy to be back as well. Of course, getting this title opportunity at After the Fall because they were able to successfully beat Black Cube Society for that #1 contenders match. So they're going to be coming in here with a lot on their plate. There's a lot at stake for a team like Custom Made, right? Because, coming off of the downfall, I guess, that Morty's Millionaires was, these guys aren't coming in here with any of that in mind now. They can solely focus on those tag team championships.
And can you imagine the thought process of the No Limit Demons knowing they're going to face a focused team like that? It's going to be incredible.
And focused because this match for Custom Made, there's a lot riding on this match because Custom Made, with this match, winning it, could mean that they would become the first ever 3-time tag team champions. Now, Custom Made already is considered one of, if not the most dominant team here in Emerge history. They have a combined reign of almost 800 days. This match for them would cement that legacy. But, I want to, talk about what you were just discussing, the mindset of the No Limit Demons, because if we're being honest, gentlemen, this match is going to have to be for them to prove that they're not a fluke. If we take a look back at this, they won against the Cabinet after the Cabinet already had a match with Black Cube Society. At the last event, they had that match against the Set where, and we'll discuss it here in a second as well, but the Set weren't really all that into it.
Something's up.
It wasn't cohesive for them. So, a match like this, Lurch, the No Limit Demons could certainly prove that they are not a fluke against Custom Made.
All I got to say about the No Limit Demons, you better get those pictures with those belts while you can because this is your last chance. November 26th in Columbus, those belts are gone. Custom Made's going to be going to the golf course with me and Mortimer with all that gold. We might even bet. We might even put those gold. Well, maybe not. Maybe not.
No, you're not.
Okay, sorry.
Thanks, Commish. I'm glad someone was able to shut him up because we have more to get to. And right after that tag team championship match, we're going to be seeing another match that I certainly have my eyes on for a multitude of reasons. We just discussed, the Set having that tag team championship opportunity, and it's going to be an even bigger opportunity for somebody like Kindle Fire when they go up against Chet Ripley. Now, this match sponsored by our good friends over at Marco's Pizza. And Lurch, we were just discussing, Kindle Fire and Paragon were never on the same page, right? So
I don't know about that. Just listen to this. This is part of the conspiracy, I think. Just trying to sew the stories into that. Try to act like the Set's not on the same page. No, Hollywood House has everything under control. Don't need any of these little turns, these little spins on the story. No.
Did he watch the same event that I watched? Anyways,
I'm looking forward to Haven Harris.
Yeah, of course, and that's a lot of the narrative going into this match is that it is a big opportunity for Kindle because, like I mentioned, he didn't even have a shot at those tag team championships just because of the dissension of the Set. This time, It's going to be Kendall Fire going in there by himself, but he's going to have that supporting cast of Hollywood House, and we'll finally get to see Haven Harris as well. So that's going to be a huge opportunity for Kendall because he's going up against Chet. Chet's coming off a huge victory over Jeremy Hadley.
Yeah, and Mom better stay out of this.
Mom,
And we were just discussing quality victories. Chet Ripley, in his short time in Emerge, has had some quality victories.
quality victories is almost an understatement. I mean, Chet has really set the Merge world on fire. We've seen him get a multi-competitor win, like we mentioned in Lobo and Percy earlier in the card. But, you know, he does have another multi-competitor loss. But when you take a look at that, you know, Jordan Cage was in that match. The level of competitors in there, nothing to sneeze at, right?
Not at all.
Loses to Daniel Eads. Daniel Eads, and we'll get to him, is in the main event for the Interim Emerge Championship. Quality victory. You can't get any more quality than Triple Crown champion Jeremy Hadley.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. That's the way to do it. I mean, and Chet, he's just going to be the perennial underdog, right? Every time he steps into an Emerge ring, he's going to be going up against a competitor that's bigger than him, and there's no difference here tonight when Kindle Fire will be across from him in the ring.
It is quite the size difference.
Quite the size difference, but we'll see who is able to pull out the victory there. But you know, again, another match that I am super excited to see. This one sponsored by our good friends over at Groby's, and if you were there at Bump in the Night, you saw one of the biggest travesties probably in Emerge history when Selena Dean, Vivian Lamb, should I call her that? I don't know. Selena Dean stole the championship from Charlie Cruel. We're getting that rematch at After the Fall.
What do you mean stole? She earned it. You all are mad. She pulled a fast one over on you. Vivian Lamb, she came out as Vivian Lamb, sure. But we all knew, at least I knew going in. I mean, you know, it was Selena Dean.
You knew. Yeah, you talked a lot about how much you knew about Vivian Lamb, but then I remember you being super surprised when she unmasked to be Selena Dean.
Look, I mean, I can't remember all the details of what I said. I mean, we partied that night. I mean, whatever. I mean, Selena Dean went home. She went home with the championship gold like I told you she would.
Lurch always seems to find where the money is and where he can go get that. Selena Dean has proven that money can buy you essentially anything you want. I mean, Kamish, you had no choice but to book this, right? I mean,
Absolutely. This match had to happen, but I want to go back to what happened in Hope. Look, Dylan Cole is no longer employed as an
Good.
Emerge official.
as he should be.
Agreed. That being said, at the time of the pinfall, he was an official with Emerge Wrestling. That being said, his decision stands, and Selena Dean is the Emerge Women's Champion.
Kamish, I can respect that. You saw the same match that I did.
I did.
I don't know what kind of ongoings happened with Selena and Dylan Cole for him to, give her the brass knuckles, give her the victory, and ultimately give her the championship. I will say with this.
She was always entitled to the championship.
Entitled to it, Lurch. Not only did she lost to Charlie Cruel in the semis of the ladies' first tournament. She lost when she was given a proper and I would have been ecstatic for her if she would have won in that first championship opportunity. She comes back a month later and she brings in Adam Swayze, which I know you loved him, and couldn't get the victory there either, going up against Charlie in Paragon. She literally had to resort to pretending to be somebody else, paying off the ref, bringing brass.
Y'all are just mad. Just mad.
I'm mad because Charlie's 518-day reign it was lost because of that.
It
And
is a tragic way to end such a great title reign.
I'm sure she's upset about it too. She should have studied the tape. She should have known what she was up against. What else can I say?
what I will say is that I did mention that that might have been Charlie's most dangerous opponent because she didn't know who she was facing. And then it turned out to be somebody she didn't have in her mind at all. Selena will have nowhere to run November 26th when she goes face-to-face with Charlie Cruel. No masks, no brass knuckles, just two competitors going after that women's championship. That's all I'll say about that. And the reason that's all I'll say about that is because, like I mentioned, there is so much more to get to. And we will have, gentlemen, gotta be early match of the year contender, and it hasn't even happened yet. When we see this match, which is sponsored by our good friends over at Positive Performance, you know why it's sponsored by Positive Performance, because we'll be seeing Trey Lamar returning once again to an Emerge ring, go up against the debuting human highlight, Isaiah Moore. Gentlemen, as the kids would say, a banger. Commish, you have had your eye on Isaiah Moore for quite a while. This is a guy who, not only does he hold multiple championships across the Midwest, he's been on TV. I mean, the list of opponents he's faced, people want to face him. And Trey Lamar is somebody who wanted to face him. You've had your eye on him for a while, and I'm really glad that you're bringing him in. This is going to be one of those matches, Lurch, where it is just blink and you miss it. Action all over the place. I'm really glad that we are in the community building this time because they still might almost hit the ceiling jumping off that top rope.
No doubt.
And, of course, Trey, the last time we saw him here, the only time we've seen him here at Emerge was at a Resurgence when he went up against Cole Radrick. And in a incredible match, Cole was able to bring it out. But that's nothing to sneeze at, losing to Cole Radrick. It was also, in the midst of the pandemic, nobody really knew what was going on. Nobody was able to, get in the ring. Nobody was able to have matches, except sparingly. So I think that this is a completely different situation for Trey Lamar.
Absolutely.
Isaiah Moore is going to have those butterflies coming in, but he's a tough competitor as well. So the only thing that we can really do, Lurch, is sit back and enjoy the show, right?
Oh, absolutely. Two top competitors in independent wrestling today in the community building on November 26th, right there in Columbus. I mean, you said it all. I mean, it's going to be one of the biggest matches of the night right there.
One of the biggest matches of the night, and going into one of the most hyped up matches of the night, because as you heard earlier, when Big Beef joined us, we will be seeing Big Beef, Cole Radrick 2. This one sponsored by our good friends over at the Columbus Bar. And, wow, what a match that's going to be.
Yeah, it really just books itself. I mean, they had a fantastic bout in Hope, Indiana. And they're going to have a fantastic bout in Columbus, Indiana.
And you'll be able to see, I won't try to spoil too much of it, but, Cole thought he had the victory, didn't get the victory. We saw him, and man, I've known Cole a while. I know Cole is an incredible human being. But after that loss, Lurch, he was yelling at kids. He was showing a side that I have never seen of him before.
Yeah, but you didn't hear what those kids said to him. To be fair.
Okay, I'm gonna give the kids the benefit of the doubt. I'm gonna give Cole Radrick the benefit of the doubt as well, because I know that Beef is a competitor that he respects so incredibly much. He knows how good Beef is, and I honestly think that's what caused him to just snap a little bit, because he wanted that victory so bad, right?
Yeah, I mean, and you mentioned he was coming off that world tour, coming off of matches in Japan. And maybe he was just expecting an easy win against Big Beef, but obviously that wasn't the case in Hope.
It's got a sting, though, to come home and to lose a bout.
That's the
like
thing.
That.
That's the thing. Coming home, not only from Japan, UK, Mexico, coming home to the United States, coming home to Emerge Wrestling, where he wants that fan base completely behind him. And Beef is somebody who the fan base is getting completely behind. They cannot get enough of Beef.
Fans have taken to Beef.
As we mentioned earlier, that first match against Paragon, he wasn't able to pull it out for that Outbreak Championship. But I have a feeling, and like we heard earlier, Beef has his eyes set on gold. And a victory over Cole Radrick certainly puts him into conversation. A second victory over Cole Radrick? I mean, you mentioned it earlier. It's hard to ignore.
Absolutely. And we've got such quality competitors in Emerge. The cream really does rise to the top, doesn't it?
The cream absolutely rises to the top. I mean, it's no secret that Beef is championship material.
Absolutely.
He's going to have to get past Cole Radrick. So the only thing that we can do once again is check that match out November 26th.
And don't chant beef, chant lurch, like we were talking about.
I have a feeling that might end very, very badly for you, Lurch. I think I would hold my tongue on that one. But what I won't hold my tongue on is our next match because, boy, oh boy, wow. After Mayhem on Main Street, we've got a lot to settle, and this is certainly one, that the same can be said for it. When we will be seeing a rematch as well for that Outbreak Championship, Paragon defending once again against Jordan Cage.
I cannot wait. The purple one, that Outbreak Championship looks so good on the most dangerous game here in Emerge. I mean, and don't even start talking about the mishaps going on with the set. There's nothing going on there.
Okay, nothing going on there. I'll make sure not to mention anything about it. This match sponsored by Greenlight Auto. There was a lot going into it. We saw Paragon at Bump in the Night really, really wanted to defend that Outbreak Championship. Hollywood House, the maniacal, power-hungry guy that he is, wants another set of gold in that tag team championship. Paragon wasn't for it. Like I mentioned, Kindle didn't have a snowball's chance, if you will, because Paragon just wanted to defend that Outbreak Championship. He was able to do it against Jordan Cage, but this is a guy who I honestly thought he was doing the right thing, distancing himself from the set, realizing that he doesn't need the set, frankly. I mean, you mentioned it yourself. He is the world's most dangerous game, and he still resorted to those dastardly tactics, slow-blowing Jordan Cage, tearing him up after the match was already over, and you had no choice, once again, but to give Jordan Cage another opportunity, right?
It was that insult to injury after the bout. Paragon didn't need to do what he did to Jordan Cage, so therefore, we're going to have a rematch.
And that was what worried me after that, if I'm being completely, speaking candidly with you, that's what worried me, because I looked at that and I said, I don't know if Jordan Cage ever gets another opportunity at Triple Crown Gold for himself. You want to get to the upper echelon of Emerge, and that Triple Crown Championship will get you there. He wanted nothing more than to be the Outbreak Champion, than to be the Triple Crown Champion. And then all that happens, I mean, I'm glad that he's getting this opportunity once more, Lurch.
Paragon did the right thing in Hope. He held on to that Outbreak Championship, and you guys didn't even give him credit for singing his own entrance music. What about that? Come on.
Okay, so that was cool.
Yeah, it was. I will say it was very, very cool. But Lurch, here's the thing. Going into this, you're the one closest to the situation, essentially. There's got to be questions about the set. I know Paragon is, he's that kind of competitor that he's not going to let outside forces and his mind, get one over on him. But he's got to be thinking, what's going on with the set? I mean,
there you go again. I mean, who's telling you to say this? Who is it? Commish? You guys talking about this before the show?
No, it's...
Who's telling you to say
nothing?
that?
There's nothing going on. There's nothing going on. They're fine. Paragon and Hollywood House and the rest of the set, they're all good.
So tell me this. Is Hollywood House going to be accompanying Paragon to the ring this evening?
See. You will see on November 26th.
Hirsch knows everything, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And as well, what you will be seeing is the main event for November 26th. This match, of course, is sponsored by Alicia Roberts, State Farm Insurance. Definitely go get your insurance from Alicia. Of course, you can always catch her at the event as well. But gentlemen, this one is for all the marbles for a number of reasons. When we'll be seeing Braden Lee defend his interim Emerge Championship against Pretty Boy Smooth, Daniel Leeds.
And there's another big reason why this match is so important. The winner is not only the Emerge interim champion, they will go on to Emergence Day in the main event.
I was just going to mention that word in there, interim. There for a reason. We have a disputed top prize. And not only disputed, but the hottest commodity around. Everybody and their mom wants a shot at that Emerge Championship. And, Pretty Boy Smooth and Daniel Eads are both guys who were calling their shots, even before they got face-to-face with each other. Daniel Eads, after the Morty's Millionaires situation, desperately wanted to come back in here. He's never had a shot at that Emerge Championship. And he feels like he's the owner of it, essentially. We saw after Bump in the Night. So he's going to be coming into this completely laser focused. Across from him is the guy who he saw at Bump in the Night against Pretty Boy Smooth. We didn't get a clear winner there. It was double count out. Those boys were fighting to the back, and they didn't care about the match. They wanted to kick the snot out of each other. So, Lurch, I got to ask you, I mean, they got to put their differences aside, essentially, right? I mean, they can beat the tar out of each other in this match, but it's got to be laser focused on that Emerge Championship.
Oh, no doubt about it. And the man of tomorrow, Daniel Eads, is laser focused on that championship path. Finally, we've seen his victories. He's gotten over the past. We're looking at tomorrow. One Punch Dan's going to knock them both out with that proud fist, baby.
Same thing with Custom Made, that he's not going to have all of that going on in his mind. The only thing he's going to have going on in his mind is that interim Emerge Championship. And I know that Emerge Championship is one thing that has never left Pretty Boy Smooth's mind. We saw his debut was against Justin Kyle for that championship, and man, does he wish he had that match back, doesn't he?
He absolutely does.
He absolutely does, and we saw that when he was taking it to Daniel Eads. And the thing as well is Daniel was calling his shot at the end of Bump in the Night, sucker punching Justin Kyle after the match. Pretty Boy coming in, saying it's not going to happen that way. I'm in line for this, right? And who better than to say, okay, bring it on, than Braden Lee, right?
All right, and 3 of the finest physical specimens in Emerge history are going to battle it out for the Emerge Interim Championship.
And in my mind, I'm thinking, man, Braden needs to just let these two blow off steam against each other, go at it, and then get the victory and walk away with that interim Emerge Championship still intact and still around his shoulder. But that's not the kind of competitor he is. I mean, Braden Lee is certainly one of, if not the best professional wrestlers, not in the Midwest, not in the United States, in the whole world, ladies and gentlemen. And he is going to put that on display here tonight when he goes up against people who, frankly, got the size advantage on him, right?
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. We'll see if he can hold that title. We'll see if he can not only hold the Emerge Interim Championship, go on against Justin Kyle in January. We'll see if he can, man up to that title.
And once again, that's the big thing coming out of this, is that one of these guys, they not only do they have to worry about what's happening in the match, not only do they have to worry about that interim Emerge Championship, but they're going to have to worry about facing Justin Kyle in January 14th at Emergence Day, so we can finally have an undisputed Emerge champion. And gentlemen, that card, you said it before at the beginning, stacked. It doesn't get any better than that. Certainly, go to emergewrestling.com, hop on our Facebook. Definitely, you need to buy tickets. When we come back to Columbus, Indiana, the Bartholomew County Fairgrounds, we have the community building, more seats, which means more tickets are going to be going fast. So you need to go buy them, not tomorrow, not even in a couple hours, right now. Go buy them. November 26th, Emerge 64. After the fall. And gentlemen, we'll be super excited to see that. But right now, for your viewing pleasure, you'll get to see exactly what transpired at Mayhem on Main Street when we present completely free Beef versus Cole Radrick. Everyone, we'll see you November 26th.
A quality used vehicle is just a short trip away. Greenlight Auto at 770 Jonesville Road in Columbus. Greenlight Auto is locally owned and operated, a Carfax certified dealer, and a member of the Better Business Bureau. All Greenlight Auto vehicles are inspected with service contracts and gap insurance available. Greenlight Auto also offers professional tinting on any vehicle, whether you buy it from us or not. And if you refer a friend who purchases a vehicle, you get $100. Check out Greenlight Auto's inventory online at greenlightapproval.com.
Well, we have a lot more action to here tonight.
We do, going right into our next matchup. This one was just changed overnight, unfortunately. But it's still looking to be quite a showcase.
I was gonna say, if we're not gonna get Cole Radrick versus Nate Matthews, next best up there, Cole Radrick, and you hear the man now, dulcet tones, Kid Rock.
And there he is, Big B. And what a time, what a month Beef has had. Beef recently just picked up the victory in the Jim Lyman Memorial Tournament. And that's a massive, massive win over the course of a weekend there for Beef, and Beef looking to carry that momentum here today.
Of course,
One of the biggest professional wrestling tournaments in the country. Big Beef, Charles Jarvis came out on top just last weekend.
and of course, when we got Big Beef, one of the biggest free agents on the market, he has goals for himself coming into Emerge here, winning that Jim Lyman Memorial Championship. You're cool with Beef? I want to be cool with Beef. I want to be cool with Beef.
Mr. White Trash, wonderful himself. And like you said, Nate Matthews unfortunately not able to compete today. Beef is more than a stellar replacement, and we finally get to see Beef versus Cole Radrick.
Yeah, not only a suitable, more than enough replacement, but Beef is more than willing to accept this match here with Cole Radrick.
Cole coming back from an overseas tour in Japan, also in Mexico as well.
United Kingdom, the man has seen the world wrestling in front of international fans everywhere. He gets to return back to Emerge Wrestling.
And the crowd, the fans love him. Cole has definitely been putting in a lot of work, a lot of effort. You can tell, obviously being able to go overseas, wrestle in the UK, in Japan, in Mexico. Been putting in the work, putting in the time, coming back home here to Indiana, coming back to Emerge. And he's got a pretty tall task on his hands against Beef.
I believe a first-time matchup between these two. I mean, Radrick is one of those people that, he wants to work the absolute best. He wants to get in there with the absolute best, and he is in there right now with the absolute best.
And here we go, first-time matchup, as you said. And when this match was originally announced with Nate Matthews, I was so excited. We're going to see a technical fest. Now, Radrick and Beef, we are going to see a brawl.
Well, and interestingly enough, I was, if Nate Matthews was here tonight, I was going to talk about, a lot of his style is that Japanese style. And of course, Cole just came from there, so I thought he was going to have the upper hand in here. But here tonight, he's just going to be playing it by ear.
Well, yeah, and we talked about this with Chet Ripley. It's kind of hard to go up and prepare against a man who really doesn't necessarily know what he's even going to do, as Beef just kind of likes to just work and just go. Good clean break from both of these two. Good show of respect here. Crowd behind both men, which is, it's a little bit of an interesting, situation here. Usually you kind of see the crowd against one person and for the other person. Now with both the crowd behind both people.
I mean, the crowd loves them some Beef, but the crowd loves them some Cole Radrick too.
And as we mentioned, these two competitors are some of the top competitors in independent professional wrestling right now. obviously both going places, and that's why you see this kind of reaction. And especially after the match was maybe being past 24 hours, the excitement, you can't match anywhere else.
And I mean, of course, even in singles competition here, a lot at stake. Cole Radrick coming back, for the first time since, I believe, Emergence Day even. And, he's got to remind the folks here, his place in Emerge Wrestling. But if he gets a win over Cole, what does that do for his career? Skyrockets.
Cole Radrick on his home turf, from this area, from this part of the state.
A little bit of a hometown favorite here, so to speak, in Cole Radrick. But like you said, this would be big for either man, really. Cole in his return, coming back, being able to pick up a victory the first time back would be massive for him. His standings, if he wants to go for that Outbreak Championship again, maybe try to get in line for the Emerge Championship. If Beef can pick up the victory, I mean, he's got a surefire clean shot to say, I want that Emerge shot again. I want that shot against Paragon. Or even try to take it towards the Emerge Championship.
Well, hey, and here it goes, too. I mean, they say it's much harder keeping a championship than it is going for the championship because you have so many targets on your back. Same goes when you see the success that Cole Radrick has seen here in the last few months. He's got a reputation to uphold here.
He absolutely does. Trying to get that shoulder tackle against the man the size of Beef, though. Ratty's got a lot of momentum behind him, but doesn't quite have the size of Beef. It's going to take a lot here for Cole Radrick to try to knock down Beef. Oh.
He's asking Beef to do it?
He wants Beef to go.
Cole, he probably has 100 pounds on you. I don't know if that's the best idea.
I do.
All right, let's see it, Beef. Falling through. Beef, clothesline duck. Oh, Cole! Nice head scissors takedown. Yeah, Beef definitely not expecting that. Oh, no. Cole looking to fly. Right hit by the commentary desk.
Right to the barricade.
Yeah, those are wooden barricades. That's not going to give at all. And you can see that he hit Beef right in the ribs. That's a prime spot for Cole to try to hit. Now the ribs, they'll back. He's got Beef back into the ring.
Gonna have to stay on top of Beef.
Oh! Look.
Smart move by the Beefster.
Oh! Beef now with the big shot.
It looks like he got a little blood there out of Cole. Just on that hit alone, are you kidding me?
Oh! I mean, Beef said he's gonna bust my ribs. I'm gonna bust his face. Oh! Big suplex from the Beefster. One. But Cole.
Hey, even if these guys have so much mutual respect from each other, that's almost when you beat each other up more in the competitive spirit. You want to see who's the best, and these two guys are showing us here tonight.
Ref slightly out of position there, only a 1 count, and now Beef looking to take it back down to the ground. Try to ground Cole and keep him away. Keep him from getting moving. It's a smart play here from Beef.
Very, very smart. Like I mentioned earlier, Beef probably has 100 pounds on Cole, so he's got to keep it low. He's got to keep Cole not only out of the air, but like you said, when Cole gets going, he's like an Energizer Bunny. I mean, the kinetic energy coming out of that man is insane. So Beef, he might just end up getting this match right here.
Yeah, he's got all of that weight on Cole. Can he answer the 3 count? Yes! Cole somehow answers the count, trying to fight back. Trying to get the Emerge Faithful behind him. Cole looking for that jawbreaker, builds up some space, but Beef, a big hand hock of a leg, stopping the momentum, and a big clothesline as well. Oh yeah, Cole shaking up just a little bit from that Beef. Beef trying to knock some sense into himself. That's when you know you're up against a tough opponent, as he punches himself in the jaw to get himself back in the match.
Big here, like I said, staying on top of him.
You got to ask yourself, is the traveling schedule of Cole Radrick going to take a toll on him during this match? You know, he's been trading all week, just waiting for the opportunity to fight somebody. He got the call just last night.
Big butterfly suplex, and you're absolutely right, Lurch. But you also got to think, after that grueling JLMT last weekend, you know, does Beef have enough energy to continue going? He's sure showing he does right now, but like you said, a couple of different things here to keep an eye on the longer this match goes.
Might just be out here. Beef is relentless. He just won't let up. He wants this victory.
So does Cole, though. Cole trying to fire back. Big forearm. Dogs. Oh, the stunner! And Beef might be out. 1, 2 count there. Trying to stack up that extra weight and keep Beef down, but just cannot keep him down for 3.
Saw Beef punch himself in the face to wake himself up.
And I like that Cole didn't get frustrated there. He realizes that Beef is a tough competitor and it's going to take a lot to take him out. So, you know, he's not making mistakes in there. He's keeping a good head about himself.
Cole trying to psych the crowd up, looking to get flying again. Cole, no stranger to heights. I mean, you've seen the man jump off a cherry picker.
He's taking a lot of time here, too, getting up there.
Yeah, and again, look
What happens?
looking for that double stop, but Beef out of the way again. Well, Beef catches the kick this time. Boot, and Beef. Oh, big power bomb. 2, 3, no! Cole just getting the shoulder up. The look on Beef's face, he cannot believe it. I can't either. I thought that for sure was 3. It's been so tough for this crowd to really decide who they're behind. Both of these two fan favorites, so it's been very tough for the crowd to really decide who they want to win.
Beef getting a lesson here by the referee.
And watch the closed hands on the strikes. Oh, Beef might just be out. That kick to the back of the head. Now Cole is 3rd time the charm. Can he hit that stomp? Oh, no! Swats that edge with the back. Cole's back. Look.
And beautiful for him to not go for the stomp again. I mean, the bullseye on a stomp like that.
Oh, no.
No?
On the ropes. Right at the last second. Wow.
Almost getting that.
Cole Radrick can keep the match, I think.
Beautiful work by the referee. Beef's foot was indeed on the rope. Cole he didn't even take
Oh, no. Beef with the lock. 2, 3. Beef wins it. Beef steals one from Cole Radrick. And the Beefster walks away with another victory. A smart play from Beef, catching the distracted Cole Radrick off guard.
Who in Indiana bet on that result?
Cole can't believe it.
Cole thought he absolutely had the victory.
I mean, how heartbreaking. He was in celebration mode, onto the turnbuckles, thinking that he had it, just to get it stolen away.
Oh my God. I don't know if I've seen Cole this frustrated in quite some time.
It was clear as day. Beef's foot was on the rope. There was a 3 count. We did hear the referee count to 3, but he did not call for the bell. We saw that foot on the rope. That was acknowledged. Cole Radrick wasn't paying attention.
Cole is not happy.
I don't know if we've seen the end of this. I know Cole is going to want to run back to Beef.
Oh, Beef's coming back to the ring.
Hey, now, this was all in friendly competition for the competitive spirit.
Beat him fair and square. According to the rules.
wonder who won it. I mean,
That's why there is an official. Hey, this reminds me of 2002 when Indiana almost made it to the Final Four. You all remember that? Almost doesn't quite count, though.
I don't want to talk about that time. That was a dark time for me.
I was watching Rugrats.
All right. Cole. A little bit of a. Hold on.
I know you're unhappy. Who thought that was a great match?
Absolutely was.
Who would like to see it again? I'd like to see these kids shut up!
Whoa! Hey!
What's your deal, man? It was a great match.
Beef versus Cole Radrick. 2 November 26th, Columbus, Indiana.
All right.
Commissioner Lowe coming out and saying we're going to get a rematch, and Cole's got good reason.
You gotta respect the competition, the athletic competition.
I mean, Cole's got good reason to be upset. He thought he had the victory.
Okay, but not to yell at the kids.
That's
the very
true.
same kids that were cheering him on in this match. That's not right from him. All right, he's giving him a high five, but
I mean, Cole is a very intense competitor.
I get it.
Understand the frustration.